What is up, crypto world? My name is Yosef, aka Crypto Yosef, and today we're going to be doing a technical analysis on Icon. But before we get into that, I want to preface this video by asking you guys to leave a like on the video because it helps a lot. Please leave a like right now because that goes a long way. It helps me get higher ranked on the search results and stuff like that. Also, leave a comment down below. Just say follow on Twitter. So everyone who doesn't, watch the video for some reason and just reads the comments first, follows me on Twitter. So that's like the thing I want you guys to really do is follow me on Twitter. I give you guys really like live updates. So you guys, like, I just talked about this icon thing and I said give me 10 likes and I'll give you guys a video on it right now, and I did. So I tell you guys what I do. So I sold my XRP yesterday at 85 cents and bought Storm and to wait the dip out, and it was a really good move. It was, if you guys see, Storm's like one of the highest up there. It's like 40% gains. I bought it in at 10%, so I got 30% gains out of that. And actually I got 30% gains out of my Ripple, so I got 30% gains on top of my 30% gains because I moved my position from Ripple at 85 cents out, and then I moved it into was it Ethereum or was it Binance? I think it was BNB. I moved my Ethereum. I sold my Ripple for Ethereum, and then I moved my Ethereum into BNB, and then I used my BNB to buy Storm. While I was waiting for Ripple to correct, and it was a pretty good move. I got a lot of gains out of that. So I actually moved all of that into Icon right now. So I'll show you guys that in a second. But before I show you guys all that, I want to just show you guys why you guys should follow me on Twitter. So if you guys look here, I said I am taking my profits right now. This was yesterday. I said at 85 cents, right? 85-ish cents, right? But you might see XRP hit 90 to 86 cents one more time, right? If you guys want to be greedy on your Ripple gains, right? I like to be a little bit more like protective with my gains. Like, yeah, I'm more comfortable taking a gain and having less risk with it. That's just sort of how I am. It's like, why would I risk? Yeah, I might miss out on a little bit more gains, but I could be risking losing some more of my gains. So that's why I like to, when I feel comfortable with my gains, I just take my gains, and that's how I work. I don't try to go, oh, okay, this definitely is the top. I say, okay, this is the top for me. I'm going to take my gains here. It's really comfortable. I'm comfortable taking gains here. It's not going to go that much higher. If it does, like I said here, it went up 5 more cents. That's pretty significant. We could look at that. Actually, we can measure that. Okay. So I actually called this. I called this on the dot. A lot of people were saying there's an ABC correction pattern forming. I said this was like, I'll show you guys the video. I even mentioned in the video, I say there's a lot of people who see an ABC correction pattern here. I disagree. I see this, and this is exactly what happened. Everything I said. As you guys can see, I drew this out before even this thing broke, and if we look here, that broke out, and then obviously I had a little downtrend, and then I called this. I called the cup and handle forming. I said put your purchase in at 72. That will confirm that this is going to break out, and that's exactly what happened because it bounces up 72. It goes down. This is always what happens with a cup and handle, and this will be important when I point it out on an icon. So what it does is it touches that neckline, right? And then it corrects down a little bit, and then it breaks out. That's how cup and handles work, and you guys can do a quick Google search and it'll tell you the same thing. So I predicted around 85 cents just to be, a little bit more protective on that. And I told you guys when I took my profits, I try to be transparent with you guys. So that's why I really want you guys to follow me on Twitter. I even mentioned here on Twitter that we could see that 90 cent range, right? So if we were to go here, if we break out and it has a lot more power, we can hit that 90 cent plus range. And it did have a lot of power, so we did hit that range. I think it might correct down to 82 cents before it does see its next little run up. But look, I'll show you guys the proof because I was just talking about it, right? I didn't actually show you guys. I don't know if you guys watch all my technical analysis. Maybe this is your first technical analysis. Maybe you just like Icon. So looking at this, I'm just proving this point for you guys. It's also so I can get you guys to follow me on Twitter, But look, forming. This is gonna be really brief because I haven't done a lot of chart analysis on Ripple. So I'm looking at just what I see from the chart right now. So what I see is that cup and handle forming. Definitely a safe buy would be if once Ripple hits 72 cents and you see the RSI is looking deep. So I said that, right? I said if it hits 72 cents, that's where you should put your buy order in because you're guaranteed this outbreak. And if you see, it hits that 72 cent range right here, and then it hits this huge outbreak, and that's that. I call that on the dot. I call this pendant breaking on the dot. So that's just like for you guys to believe me in a way. Like I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just making stuff up because I see so many like YouTubers that are, decently sized and they have a following, and there's just people who follow them like sheep, and they just like they don't even know what they're talking about, and it irritates me a little bit when people do that. That's why I like to kind of educate you guys. Right now, obviously, I'm being very brief usually. If some of my technical analysis I get really in depth, and I try to educate you guys while I'm doing it, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. You guys aren't just following me and just believing me. So I guess this is some evidence, so I can, you know, win your guys' side of, you know, believing my calls, I guess, or trusting me at least, you know, because obviously not everyone will get 100% of their calls right, nothing like that. But looking at this, I'm 100% into this. So I actually have a screenshot of my trades here. So if you look, like I said, I had that XRP for a while, and I sold it all at the 85-cent-ish range. I moved my Ethereum into Binance Coin. I got me Storm, and I sold my Storm for some significant gains, and now I'm sitting on Icon right now. So right now I have all of that moved into Icon. So that's what I have, everything here. So I'm all in on this. So if I'm wrong, I have to suffer that too. So that's how much I believe this. So there's a couple arguments here. So looking at the technical analysis now. Now I'm done, you know, advertising for myself, my Twitter. So looking at this, right? There's a couple things you guys want to point. I want to point out here. So we see this significant. You know, this ascending triangle has been developing for a while here, as you guys can see. Pretty nice. It has this uptrend, and it's meeting this downtrend. And usually, what happens when an uptrend means a downtrend is a bearish outbreak, or not a bearish, a bullish outbreak. So that's usually what happens. So I would expect a bullish outbreak. But also another indicator for this is right here. You can see this cup and handle forming, right? And there's two arguments. You could say the cup and handle forms here, or it forms here. Either way, if you buy in right now, you're gonna see gains. And if it forms here, this is even better for you, right? Because if you buy in here, that's like saying you bought in here if this was the part of the cup and handle, right? Buying down here would be nice. You'd see that run up. You see. Okay, let me point out why this is a possibility for it to be the cup and handle. It could just be resistance, right? But it could also be the cup and handle. It makes sense too. It looks visually like the cup and handle, and looks like the handle starting to form here. Or it could be this one. You know, either or works. It works, right? And this is that line. It has to break this line. So what it does is it touches that line, right? And then it goes down, and then it usually meets some sort of, it meets an EMA, and it did touch an EMA, or it meets a resistance. And in this case, it touched both. It touched the EMA and the resistance. Now it's bouncing back over, right? So to confirm this, right, you would want to see it break through this, but not have the RSI crazy peaked up, right? And that would confirm that this is a bullish outbreak, and this is actually the break on the cup and handle, and it's not up here. So I actually bought in right now. I bought in right over here on this candlestick, right around this area. I mean, you guys can see the exact number, but it's obviously in Binance, so it's not in BTC, so you'd have to do some conversion and realize the timing. But yeah, I bought in around that area. And I expect a lot of gains to come out of Icon with this, because, I mean, look what happened with Ripple. There was about 30% gains, at least from what I got in. There was about 30% gains. I think for everyone else, there was about 20% gains within that. So 20% gains is definitely something you could see here. I mean, we could just do the ruler. It would run up to here for sure. If it breaks out from this, it's definitely running up here. So, you know, being minimalistic, right? If you were to put your buy order in, oh, sorry about that car. If you were to put your buy order in here when it's confirmed that it's a breakout, you would get 10% gain, right? That's being the minimalistic gains, right? If you were to put your buy order, oh, okay, that was a little bit laggy. If you were to put your buy order in here, right, you would get about 15% gains, 16, 17% gains. That's really significant. So that's just being minimalistic if you were to buy in right now, and this is the cup and handle formation. So that is really what I see. There's only these two patterns I see. Obviously, this one has been developing over time, and it's actually meaning it looks like it's breaking through right here, and that's a possibility. Usually, it likes to touch 3 times and then it breaks out. Or we could also consider, like I said, the cup and handle that looks really nice. Like this cup is really well curved, so it has a nice little, you know, that pie, you know, I guess that radius. So it looks promising. I'm all in on it. You guys can see I'm completely all in on this, and you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Obviously, if I show you guys a picture, you kind of have to assume what I'm trying to share with you guys. Obviously that's not the right picture, but this one you kind of have to assume, just look at it, be like, okay, I see what you're talking about. Also, I kind of, like, a long time ago, this was before I actually made like videos on my technical analysis, I kind of forecasted Icon to see this downtrend that it's been seeing. We had this bearish triangle pattern, and it made sense with the Elliott wave theory. I actually forecasted this 5-leg a lot higher. It obviously didn't go a lot higher, but it makes sense because the 3 legs never the shortest, but it can be the longest. It's never the shortest though, so it actually makes sense because this 1 leg was pretty short, and the 3 is never the shortest. So 5 actually should have been short. That was when I was a little bit less good with Elliott waves. So you know. You learn, right? Everyone wants to learn. So if you guys see something on Icon that I don't see, please leave it down below in the comments. I always want to learn. I want to educate myself more on this. I'm not the best. I'm just showing you guys what I see on my technical analysis. And, you know, my last call was correct. I've had quite a few calls that were correct. Once I had my sinus infection, though, I had some bad calls. I'm not even going to lie. I had some bad calls, but I mean, there's no excuse, right? I mean, it just had like a headache and my face hurt and stuff. But, like, still, if I'm gonna put a call out, I should be confident in it. So that's what I've been doing. If I'm putting a call out, I'm a lot more confident in it, and I'm actually all in on this one, as you guys can see. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this technical analysis. If you guys did, please click that like button down below. Like I said, it helps out a lot. Also follow me on Twitter. I love getting followers on Twitter, so please do follow me on Twitter. And until next time, I will see you guys. Enjoy the crypto gains. You know, there's so much gains right now. Enjoy this early bull market. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. So yeah, follow me on Twitter. That's where you guys can interact with me and get more live updates. Because I'm kind of busy, so I don't always tweet or don't always make a YouTube video like I used to. But I'm gonna be doing some more fundamental videos too. I've been doing a lot of technical analysis, and I haven't done a lot of fundamental updates. So yeah, that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this technical analysis, and I'll see you guys next time. And subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. Bye guys.